How you doing? Rev here. I just got back from my trip to Ireland, doing the Ireland Way, 1,012 and something kilometers and 629 miles. This makes the third long distance through hike that I've done, and each one of them were different in mileage and kilometers, and it's also different in duration as well. Today I'm going to talk about the gear that I brought with me on my Ireland Way through hike. And so listen up and let's get it. The backpack I brought with me on my hike is the Hyperlight 40 liter pack. It's called the Unbound 40, but I love the pockets, tremendously big pockets on here. Hip belt pockets. And at the bottom, there is a big pocket down here at the bottom, and it's where I kept all of my garbage. Now, because I flew over to Ireland, I just checked in my baggage, and I bought an airplane travel case by Z-Packs, and it worked out fantastic. The tent I use is the Durston X-Mid Pro 1 one-man tent. It never had any problems leaking whatsoever, and kept me dry and warm at night. Has two big vestibules on it. The tent stakes that I carried with me is the Vargo titanium tent stakes. There was eight of them. All I basically needed was 4 at the minimum, but I could use 6, and I just brought 2 just in case. The sleeping quilt that I brought with me is a Enlighten Equipment 30 degrees Enigma, and again, I never got cold. The weather in Ireland, besides being rainy all the time, is very mild, so it's 30 degrees. Enlighten Equipment Enigma was perfect. The sleeping pad that I brought with me was a Thermarest Neo Air Uber Light. Try saying that 3 times real quick. But again, it was perfect for me, and very, very lightweight. Now, because the Thermarest Neo Air Uber Light, because it was very low as far as the R value is concerned, I brought a Gossamer Gear 1/8 inch folded pad, and I cut it down to torso length, and I used it on the bottom of the sleeping pad, and then also I used it as a sit pad. Now, some people would say that this is a luxury item, but I've carried a pillow with me for I think all of my through hikes, but I brought the Nemo Philo something pillow. Then the last thing in my shelter category, I brought the Flex Tail 1.2 ounce zero pump. Man, I'm really getting lazy. I used my Tokes titanium spoon. I've used it for forever to get peanut butter or whatever out of a jar. Now, for my water filter, I use a Be Free water filter, Katadyn B-free water filter, and I pair it with this Hydro Pack Seeker 2-liter bottle. I can carry 2 liters worth of water in here. I carried my trusty Smart Water bottle over to Ireland with me. I didn't see any Smart Water bottles there in Ireland. Never did carry a lot of food, and so therefore all I brought with me was this lock sack, op sack bag, and carried and put all my food in there. I carried all my medicine in this little pill pouch. You can get them at like a Walmart or something like that. The hiking shirt that I brought with me is the Columbia Silver Ridge Light shirt. I've carried it for a long time, and that's what I started the trail with, and that's what I ended with. My hiking pants that I used was the DSG, which stands for Dig Sporting Goods, 9-inch run shorts, I think is what it's called. The shoes that I brought with me were the Ultra Lone Peak 6 shoes, and the socks are the Darn Tough quarter midweight. The hat that I wore is my Pacific Crest Trail hat, and I think it's called a dad hat or whatever. Because it was so rainy and in the mornings it was a little chilly in Ireland, I decided to bring a synthetic filled jacket, the Enlighten Equipment Torrid jacket. It's got the hood, which I use, and especially when I would go to sleep at night, I would go to sleep with this hood on, and it would definitely keep me warm during the night as well as in the morning. Now for my rain jacket, I used the Enlighten Equipment Visp rain jacket. I use this also if it got cold at night as another layer. And for my rain pants, I use the Z-Packs Virtus rain pants. I've had these for a long time. I brought my Buff, I think that's the brand name also, that I've been using since the PCT. But I've had this beanie with me for a long time, and I would usually wear it at night. The only extra clothes that I brought with me is an extra pair of socks, Darn Tough. I brought with me the Cascade Mountain Tech carbon trekking poles. They have a cork grip to them. For my wallet, I carried the Z-Packs wallet with my cards. And of course, I had to have my passport. I carried a mosquito net with me. Man, that thing stinks. But I also brought some Ben's 100% DEET. Toothbrush, toothpaste, lip balm, sunscreen, which I used I think one time, Perel sanitizer, Dr. Bronner's soap, a comb, clippers, and a file, earplugs, which came in handy when those sheep started making so much noise at night, and my Equinox knife. I brought the Deuce of Spades, which I've used for a long time. It's used to dig cat holes. And then also, I've been asked more questions about this. This is my pee bottle. Now I carry a first aid and emergency kit. A lot of it has to do with me personally. For example, I've got some nitroglycerin tablets that I'm sure that you don't need to take unless you have heart problems. But Band-Aids, Benadryl, ibuprofen, just different things like that. Now for my power bank, I brought a Nightcore Energy Block NB2000, which charged up all of my electronics during the night. Because I was in Ireland, I had to bring a Ireland-specific plug. I got this Tesson power adapter, and it had 2 USB connectors down at the bottom here. I have the iPhone 14 Pro, which has a tremendous camera on it, and that's all I use for videos and photos and everything. And for power cords, I brought the USB-A cord, a USB-C cord, a lightning cord, and a specific Garmin watch cord that would charge up my Garmin watch. I brought the skull candy earbuds. Now for my GPS, I brought a Garmin InReach Mini, and basically what it would do is it would send out a signal, I think every hour. Also, I could use it for an SOS if I had to, but it never did. For my headlamp that I used at night when it got dark, I used the Nitecore NU25. People ask me how I take pictures of myself on the trail, and it's with this tripod. I would put my phone on the tripod, set it there, and walk past it. Then last but not least, I brought something that I've never brought on a through hike before, or any kind of hike, and I brought my drone with me. It's the DJI Mini 2 drone. I carried the drone and the controller in this Z-Packs bag, which is waterproof, and so I put it on the back outside of my pack so it would be accessible and handy, and would take it out when I needed to, put it back in there, and whenever it rained, it did not get wet at all because of the DCF material. Now that was all the gear that I brought with me on my Ireland Way through hike. Some of it was unique because of Ireland, but some of it is things that I bring with me on every through hike or hike that I take. But hopefully you got some ideas about some gear that you can bring on your next through hike, or just a day hike, or just a hike in general. If you would like to check out the weight and the items in general, you can go down to the description section of this video and go to the lighterpack.com website link, and you can also print out a copy of the gear list that I have. My base weight came in at 11.92 pounds, and again, most of that and a lot of that included the drone and the controller on the drone. Now don't forget, gear is strictly personal. What works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. And so this video was just to give you some ideas about what I used, and it was successful on my through hike of the Ireland Way. If you enjoyed this video and it was a help to you, be sure and give it a thumbs up, and make a comment down at the bottom. If you have any questions, I'll leave it in the comment section. Be sure and share it with someone that perhaps maybe needs it. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, be sure and do so. I've got a lot of content that I'll be putting out, and so be sure and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I put out a video. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about backpacking and hiking and through hiking, anything outdoors, be sure and click on the videos up in the top of the screen. And until then, I will see you down the trail.